A very warm good morning to everyone present here. I am Rimjim Sangtani, a PhD scholar from Biosciences and Biomedical Engineering Department at IIT Indore. It's truly a pleasure and an honor to welcome you all and to be your host for today's program. On behalf of the Indian Institute of Technology Indore, I extend heartfelt gratitude to all the respected dignitaries, esteemed leaders, and visionary guests who have joined us on this momentous occasion. I now request the esteemed dignitaries, ISRPropal Director, Professor Gobardhan Das, to please come on the dais and take your seats. Not yet. Okay. On the way. Okay. Mr. Rahul Mehta, co-founder, Mehta Family Foundation. Dr. Rajesh S. Gokhale, Honorable Secretary DBT, Government of India. Professor Abhay Karandikar, Honorable Secretary DST, Government of India. Professor Suhas Joshi, Director IIT Indore, and Professor Debendra Jalihal, Director IIT Guwahati, to grace the dais with their presence and take their seats. This morning marks the celebration of a transformative partnership rooted in academic excellence, innovation, and national progress. IIT Indore, established in 2009, stands among India's premier institutions distinguished by its unwavering commitment to education, research, and societal impact. Its guiding motto, Jnanam Sarvajana Hitaya, knowledge for the benefit of all, continues to shape its future. Complementing this vision, the Bhupat and Jyoti Mehta Family Foundation, established in 1996, is a philanthropic force dedicated to empowering lives through education. With over 100 global initiatives, the foundation has partnered with India's leading institutions to support cutting-edge programs in bioengineering, artificial intelligence, sustainability, and beyond. Today, we are gathered here to mark a significant milestone, the signing and exchange of Memorandum of Understanding between the Indian Institute of Technology Indore and the Bhupat and Jyoti Mehta Family Foundation, Houston, USA. This MoU lays the foundation for the establishment of two important academic schools at IIT Indore, the Mehta Family School of Sustainability and the Mehta Family School of Biosciences and Biomedical Engineering. To commemorate this occasion, we are honored to have among us a distinguished panel of guests and dignitaries. We have with us our chief guest, Professor Abhay Karandikar, Honorable Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. Alongside him, we have our guest of honor, Dr. Rajesh S. Gokhale, Honorable Secretary, Department of Biotechnology, Government of India. Before we proceed with the signing of the MoU for the establishment of these two significant schools at IIT Indore, I would like to request Professor Suhas S. Joshi to kindly welcome our chief guest, Professor Abhay Karandikar, with a flower bouquet. I would request everyone to please welcome. I would like to request Joshi sir to please welcome our guest of honor, Dr. Rajesh S. Gokhale. Sir, please welcome Mr. Rahul Mehta.
I'll go on that side.
We also welcome Professor Debendra Jalihal, Director IIT Guwahati. Thank you, Professor Joshi. Before inviting Professor Joshi for his welcome address, I would share his brief introduction. Professor Joshi is a distinguished academic and institutional leader. Before joining IIT, he served as the Rahul Bajaj Chair Professor at IIT Bombay and held several key leadership roles, including Dean of Alumni and Corporate Relations and Head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering. As the Director of IIT Indore, Professor Joshi has been instrumental in shaping the institute's growth and reputation. Under his visionary leadership, IIT Indore has grown into a leading institution marked by cutting-edge technology development, translational research, innovative academic initiatives, and impactful efforts that promote entrepreneurship and as well as serves the societal needs. Now, I would like to invite Professor Joshi, Director of IIT Indore, to deliver the welcome address. Sir, we request you to do the honors.
Good morning to all of you. Professor Karandikar, Secretary, DST, and today's chief guest, Dr. Rajesh Gokhale, Secretary, DBT, guest of honor for today's function, Rahul Mehta, founder of Mehta Family Foundation, and the philanthropist, Professor Jalihal, who had come from the farthest place, but he was the first man to reach the venue today. Thank you, Professor Jalihal. We have Professor Shankar and Professor Anand in the audience, and Professor Rajesh Gupta is also there. So, Professor Shankar and Professor Anand have been the mentors of our school and faculty members for last 18 months. It gives me an immense pleasure to announce that with the great philanthropic support of Rahul Mehta and his foundation, we will be establishing 2 schools at IIT Indore. These are Mehta Family Foundation School of Biosciences and Biomedical Engineering and Mehta Family Foundation School of Sustainability. Yeah. I must say that it has been a great collaborative work between the faculty members, teams at IIT Indore and the mentor professors, Professor Anand, Professor Shankar and Professor Mohite. We have incessant discussions while planning each and every program of both the schools. We also have visited Rahul's home in USA and had in-depth discussions to complete the planning of these schools. The plans are ready. Blueprint of the 2 schools is ready for over the next 10 years. I must admit that Rahul has a great vision for India and would like to create the best of the best infrastructure and facilities for the students in India so that they continue to work in these 2 vital domains of sustainability and health sciences. It is imperative that we need to create the processes, systems and policies and guidelines in both these domains, the sustainability and healthcare. And that is where these schools are actually coming forth. This is not the first time Rahul has contributed to IITs. He has been contributing to IIT system over a long time, I think more than a decade, and supporting various ventures at all the various IITs. One of them is IIT Guwahati, and Professor Jalihal has come here to share his views about the collaborations he had with Rahul's foundation. It's a matter of pride that IIT Indore has joined this league of institutions that have been benefited by the philanthropy of Rahul. His vision is to create programs that empower talented students in India who in turn will benefit larger and needy population of India. He has been continuously striving to create and support new programs at in various domains of data science, artificial intelligence and health sciences. However, this time it is for the first time he has advised us to focus on sustainability some time ago, and then it has actually resulted into a school of sustainability, which is the first of its kind at IIT Indore. In the second area, in this area of sustainability too, we have a lot of expertise across the departments. In the second area of healthcare and data sciences, we have established department, we have established programs, and we have faculty members. And it is over the past 1 decade the department is actually running. Finally, we are happy that all these things, discussions have concluded, and we could accomplish the vision of Rahul, what he has set it in front of us to establish the 2 schools. We are grateful to Rahul and his foundation for their generous philanthropy. We express deep gratitude to him and his team for all the mentorship he has provided to us. I am sure our collaboration will go a long way in fulfilling the dreams of foundation IIT Indore and will also benefit to the society, especially to the people at the bottom of the pyramid. Last but not the least, our Honorable Prime Minister has recently identified the two areas which are important for the country, and these are the sustainability and healthcare. We are very fortunate and happy that we at IIT Indore and Rahul share the same vision of Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister of the country. Thank you again for sparing your time for us and coming for this important occasion of signing of MoU. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Professor Joshi, for your insightful and inspiring welcome address. We now turn our attention to one of the key academic pillars being launched through this collaboration at IIT Indore, the Mehta Family School of Biosciences and Biomedical Engineering. The school aims to become a center for advanced research, interdisciplinary learning, and innovation in life sciences, while focusing on key challenges in health, disease, and biotechnology. Dr. Parimal Kar, currently the head of the Department of Biosciences and Biomedical Engineering at IIT Indore, and is renowned in the field of computational biophysics and molecular dynamics. To briefly introduce the vision, academic objectives, and future roadmap of the school, I would like to invite Dr. Parimal Kar, head Mehta Family School of Bioscience and Biomedical Engineering. Dr. Kar, please do the honors.
Respected Sri Rahul Mehta, founder of Mehta Family Foundation, Honorable Secretary DST Professor Abhay Karandikar, Honorable Secretary Deputy Dr. Rajesh Gokhale, respected Director of IIT Indore, Professor Subhash Joshi, respected Director of IIT Guwahati, Professor Jaliwal, delegates from Mehta Family Foundation, other distinguished guests, my colleagues, students, and friends. A very good morning to all of you. It is with immense heartfelt gratitude that I stand before you today on this historic occasion, the launch of the Mehta Family School of Biosciences and Biomedical Engineering. Today marks not just the beginning of an academic unit, I believe it's the dawn of a transformative journey. A journey that seeks to integrate biology with data science and artificial intelligence to address some of the pressing challenges that we face in our time. For instance, in India currently, we have been suffering from recurrent occurrence of endemics such as chikungunya or say antimicrobial resistance. That is another silent pandemic that we are facing in India. And dengue is another endemics that every year it comes, a lot of people die. Okay, so now the problem is that these are all India-centric problems, and we Indians have to solve our problems. Nobody else will solve our problem. So the vision of this new school is to solve the India-centric problem as well as global problem. At this school, we aim to use data-driven and deep tech solutions to address all these challenges. As our Honorable Prime Minister often says that now, the 70 years have passed, we have got our independence, but we want to achieve the Atmanirbharata, and that will lead to the Viksit Bharat. And to this end, at IIT Indore, the Mehta Family School of Biosciences and Biomedical Engineering wishes to establish a cutting-edge biomanufacturing hub. That basically will give that will be an industry-focused facility to enable technical de-risking of enzymes, smart proteins, and API manufacturing scale-up in India, which clearly aligns with the Atmanirbhar Bharat vision of Honorable Prime Minister. Now, this school vision is made possible through the remarkable generosity and unwavering support of Mr. Rahul Mehta of Mehta Family Foundation. And And I must tell that he is not just a philanthropist. He's more than that. He's a visionary person. The last 1.5 years that we interacted with him, and we understand his vision that he wanted to create a talented pools who will not only usher economic benefits to India, and I mean through that way basically India will reach to its dream of Viksit Bharat. I think Mr. Mehta's vision is perfectly aligned with our Honorable Prime Minister's vision and mission. Thank you, sir, for for trusting us, investing in us, and empowering us to dream us bigger. Thank you very much. And when you talk about Rahul Mehta, I think one of his another contribution, I must say that he has given us two great academicians, Professor Shankar and Professor Anand. I think without their help and support, we could not set the vision of our new school. Thank you, sir, for spending enormous amount of time, and we asked so many silly questions also, and he always constantly pushes us, always asks why this, why this, why this, and so that leads to us realize our goal. Thank you, sir, and thank you, Professor Anand, for standing behind us rock solid. Now, our mission of this school is very clear, okay? So, and that is to become a leading center for interdisciplinary research and education hub in bioscience and biomedical engineering, not only in India, but beyond. And how do we achieve that? We want to aim that, achieve it by aiming accelerate innovations in healthcare, especially in areas critical to our region and nation, like such as antimicrobial resistance, affordable diagnostics, and biomanufacturing. Now, as Rahul's vision is to create an intellectual talent pools, so to that aim, we are going to offer a new BTech program that is one of its kind, which will focus more on data science, application of data science and data science and artificial intelligence in healthcare, and also medical device innovations. So that reflects our commitment to future-ready education that blends core biosciences with computational techniques and translational thinking. Now, let me take this moment to thank my colleague, okay, because they are the main pillar. So my faculty, my staff, and research scholar for their dedication, hard work, and shared vision that have brought us here. The energy that you bring in, okay, the question that you ask and the frontiers you push are the heartbeat of this new school. And to my student who was seeing it through online, because it is being streamed, so I just want to tell you that you are the foundation's greatest investment. The buildings is not. You are the investment. Okay? So you are the thinkers, creators, and problem solvers. So who will shape the future of biosciences and biomedical engineering in India and globally? So this school exists for you. And I must tell you, over the year, the school will exist through you. Currently it is for you, but down the lane, it will exist through you. So you must work hard and realize this goal. Okay? Now, to our partners, DST, DBT, ICMR, ANRF, and our collaborators, well-wishers. We look forward to building this journey together. Let us work collectively to create a platform where technology and compassion come together to heal, uplift, and empower. And thank you once again to Mr. Rahul Mehta and his family foundation. And thank you all for being part of this momentous occasion. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Parimal, for sharing your insights into the vision and academic direction of the Mehta Family School of Biosciences and Biomedical Engineering. We wish the school great success in its journey ahead. Thank you. Before we proceed, I would like to request Professor Joshi to please welcome Professor Govardhan Das. I request everyone to please applaud for the welcome. Thank you, sir. We now turn to the second academic pillar being established through this collaboration, the Mehta Family School of Sustainability. The school aims to achieve sustainability through technology-driven solutions, policy-shaping research, and impactful short-term certificate programs that will contribute directly to India's green force and will also support global sustainability development goals. Professor Preeti Sharma, currently a professor of economics at the School of Humanities and Social Sciences at IIT Indore, has contributed to the fields of environmental and agricultural economics with a vision for a sustainable development. To briefly introduce the vision, objectives, and future roadmap of the school, I would like to invite Professor Preeti Sharma, Head, Mehta Family School of Sustainability. Professor Preeti Sharma, please do the honors.
Thank you, Rimjim. Good morning, everyone. All the respected members sitting on the dais, Professor Abhay Karandikar, Secretary DST, Dr. Rajesh Gokhale, Secretary, Department of Biotechnology, Mr. Rahul Mehta, Founder, Mehta Family Foundation, Professor Suhas Joshi, Director, IIT Indore, Professor Devendra Jadiyal, Director, IIT Guwahati, and Professor Govardhan Das from IISER, Bhopal. Thank you, all of you, for coming to this program, and thanks to all of you who are sitting here and are becoming a part of this celebration which we have reached today. As my colleague Dr. Parimal was mentioning, that it has been a long journey of discussions which we have undertaken in past 1.5 years. This is the culmination of the idea and the visionary and the vision of Mr. Rahul Mehta and Professor Joshi, which has led to bringing very important concept of sustainability together at such an important and upgraded stage in India's history. In terms of Indian Institutes of Technology, as well as several other engineering institutions, this school is going to be the pioneering institute. This school is going to do a wonderful, comprehensive amalgamation of very important disciplines that includes economics, technology, and sciences. What we are going to do here is going to contribute significantly to our Prime Minister's vision. You might have heard that in our climate change commitments, Government of India has been insisting and has promised that we are going to take 5 very important steps in reducing our carbon emissions or GHG emissions, which are contributing to global warming. And those 5 are going to be one of our targets in order to achieve reducing the use of fossil fuels, which is very difficult, but also diversifying our basket of energy sources, which is going to reduce the carbon emissions for our nation as well as for global community. What we understand in terms of achieving sustainability requires 2 sides of the same coin. One is, on one side, we would want to achieve economic growth, inclusive economic growth, which cannot happen without increasing the pace at which we are manufacturing our goods and services. But that depends on the resources, environmental resources that we all need. Those environmental resources are not abundant. We have 3 types of resources: the renewable resources like the solar energy, we have the resources which can be replenished, for example, water, and we have non-renewable resources or the fixed resources like fossil fuels. Reducing the use of those and managing the use of renewables and moderately renewable resources, we require to have strategic, sensitive plans in place. Another important aspect is reduction of fossil fuels in our use of all the production. Both of these can be achieved only if our plans are economically viable. This is what brings us to the concept of sustainability. Sustainability has three pillars. One from the environment, environmental endurability, second is economic viability, and third is inclusive growth, equitable growth. On all these three pillars, we at Mehta Family School of Sustainability would want to achieve that through establishing three important centers of excellence within the Mehta Family School. What we would like to do is we are aiming to establish Center of Excellence in Energy Systems and Battery Technology, which is going to be a frontier niche area in which India needs to emphasize its research and also having trained human resource, which is right now, which we don't have enough people to do the research in that as well as to undertake manufacturing. The second important center of excellence that we want to establish is the Center of Excellence in Environmental Economics and Environmental Law. None of those can be achieved without knowing the economics of all these production activities and without understanding the environmental regulation and the policy which falls under the environmental law as a discipline. Third important center of excellence that we want to establish is the Center of Excellence in Water and Climate Studies. India is at such a stage where globally and within the country we realize the amount of water which is required in all production activities and for our survival is not abundant anymore. Therefore, depending on the conventional systems is not going to help us anymore. Therefore, we want to establish the Center of Excellence in Water and Climate Studies. With these three pillars, we want to also launch a comprehensive, first of its kind, B.Tech program in environmental economics and sustainable engineering. This would be a unique combination of economics and engineering, and which has not been done earlier ever in India. In addition to that, we will of course have the master's programs in the specific areas of sustainability and the PhD program. We aim to train more than 1,000 scholars and executives across industry, across country, so that we can contribute and make a mark in the area of sustainability. All of this we could not have achieved without the interaction and the visionary clarity which was provided by Mr. Rahul Mehta through all the interactions which we had offline in the US as well as online in several meetings which we held with them. And of course, to bring the entire team of IIT Indore in contact with Mr. Rahul Mehta, Professor Suhas Joshi has played a significant role. I owe both of them, and I honestly, earnestly am very grateful from entire team of sustainability who have been benefiting from the interactions which we have had with Mr. Rahul Mehta and Professor Joshi. Thank you so much. It has been Mr. Rahul Mehta's vision and emphasis on sustainability which has brought us to this stage. And so once again, I thank you for all the visionary, academic, as well as research and framing questions that you have. He's very good at asking questions. So that is what brings clarity in our mind as well. So that is how we have been able to reach here. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting us.
Thank you, Professor Preeti, for introducing the vision and academic direction of the Mehta Family School of Sustainability. We wish the school great success in its journey ahead. Thank you. It is now my greatest honor to introduce our chief guest, Professor Abhay Karandikar, Honorable Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. Professor Karandikar began his career as an electrical engineer and has held several distinguished academic and administrative positions. Prior to his current role, he served as the director of the IIT Kanpur and was a long-serving faculty member at IIT Bombay, where he not only served as the head of the Department of Electrical Engineering, but also as the Dean of Faculty Affairs. Through his visionary leadership and unwavering commitment to academic excellence, Professor Abhay Karandikar, as Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology, is playing a significant role in shaping key national missions, thereby strengthening India's research and innovation capabilities. Without further ado, I would like to now invite Professor Abhay Karandikar for his address as the chief guest today. Professor Karandikar, please.
Thank you very much. Mr. Rahul Mehta from Mehta Family Foundation, Dr. Rajesh Gokhale, my colleague and secretary at Department of Biotechnology, Professor Suhas Joshi, Director of IIT Indore, Professor Devendra Jalihar, Director of IIT Guwahati, and Professor Govardhan Das, Director of IISER Bhopal, Professor Shankar Subramaniam, Professor Rajesh Gupta, and Professor Anant. Of course, Shankar and Rajesh, they are both alumni of IIT Kanpur. And Anant, of course, is from IIT Roorkee. So first of all, let me congratulate the generosity and benevolence of Rahul Mehta for the Mehta Family Foundation. As I was just discussing, these two are going to be the 7th and the 8th school. So please give a big round of applause. I know Rahul since 2018 when I took over as the director of IIT Kanpur, and then we began discussing about initiating such centers in IIT Kanpur. Before that, Rahul had set up such school in IIT Madras, and this was the second discussions, and since then it has been 7 years, and it has been quite remarkable that in these 7 years, every year, almost at the rate of every year, a school has come up, and in the last 7 years, he has been able to set up 8 such schools. So that really is a testament to his commitment to the cause of empowering the young technocrats in our key and premier institutions. But more importantly, I would just tell you that he has, not set up these schools just, as a support to the institutions, but has really identified some of the key thematic areas in which, the support has been given. Now, out of the 6 schools that has been set up, 3 of them, so he began by establishing the schools in the area of health sciences and technology and biosciences and bioengineering, which is extremely important from our country's perspective, and I think my colleague Rajesh will outline more on some of the key national initiatives that we have taken recently in the overall space of biosciences, bioengineering, and biotechnology. The other important area for the country, as we envisage, and I think it rightly resonated with Rahul, was in the data sciences and artificial intelligence. So out of the 6 schools that have been set up, 3 of them have been in the data sciences and data engineering. And this will be, I think, the 4th school in the health science, biosciences area. But today, we have taken a very, very important step, not just in setting up one more such school, but really shifting the gears in also acknowledging another extremely important area of sustainability and climate change. So once again, I would like to congratulate for his visionary role in identifying really the key thematic areas in which we need to initiate the activities. And this clearly resonates with our ministries, both the Department of Science and Technology and the Department of Biotechnology's key initiatives that we have launched, the Government of India's initiatives where they are in the AI mission or whether they are in the missions of sustainability and energy We have a national climate mission, we have a green hydrogen missions, we have solar missions. They are all aligned with the sustainability. And of course, in the area of biomanufacturing and you know, the related biosciences areas. The second important aspect of his support has been, so when I was discussing with Rahul, so far he had funded only IIT Madras, and IIT Kanpur was number one. So as you know that we have these 5 old first generation IITs as they are called. Now I must really compliment him for recognizing the fact that the second and third generation of IITs also needs to be supported. We have, you know, significant talent which is, you know, distributed across the premier academic institutions, and therefore the research cannot be concentrated in just, you know, 5 first generation IITs, but the fruits of, you know, the knowledge needs to be taken to the various parts of the countries. So, so I think it is to the Mehta Family Foundation's vision that one IIT at Guwahati has been supported, which is in the northeast, another one is in the IIT Palakkad, and now, of course, you know, the IIT Indore, which is located centrally in Madhya Pradesh. So in that sense, if you can see, the geographical diversity and also the diversity in terms of supporting the tier 1 institutions is actually quite remarkable, and I must salute his vision in terms of not only identifying the key thematic areas, but identifying the key institutions that require such nurturing and support. I'm very confident. I know IIT Indore for a long time, and also Suhas Joshi has been a good friend. He was a colleague at IIT Bombay. And I would like to assure the entire Mehta Family Foundation that this investment will go a long way in creating a lasting legacy. I'm sure IIT Indore will come up to the expectations of the Mehta Family Foundation. And in fact, may I say that they will actually exceed the expectations that has been set forth in this area. Recently, in the government, as I mentioned, we have taken some of the key transformative initiatives in the last few years, and I feel myself privileged to be associated with some of them. So the setting up of the Anusandhan National Research Foundation is one of such initiatives, and I feel also privileged that I was I helped operationalize the ANRF in the last 1 year. Now it has taken off. We have a new CEO, and several R&D programs are now getting rolled out. We have also now operationalized National Quantum Mission. We already had the cyber physical missions, which is of course supporting the IIT Indore. And in the coming years, as I was discussing earlier before this, that we are now setting up a research development and innovation fund for strengthening the private sector R&D. And in setting up the research development and innovation fund, we have identified 5 key sunrise sectors. 3 of them identifies with the 3 set schools which the Mehta Family Foundation has set up. That is the artificial intelligence and its applications in healthcare, agriculture, transportations, and so on. Manufacturing, biotechnology, pharmaceuticals, synthetic biology, and energy transitions and sustainable technology. So these are the 3 key. And the deep tech areas such as quantum, robotics, space, defense techs, and the related field. So in that sense, therefore, these three thematic areas align with the national priorities where the government is also investing both in academia research labs and in the private sector And I hope this partnership and support will actually strengthen the efforts which are being done by the Government of India. So once again, I would like to congratulate the IIT Indore for initiating this activity, and the Mehta Family Foundation for their generous support. I hope they have already set up, Rahul has already set up 3 data sciences and AI schools, and the four in biosciences and bioengineering, and I'm assuming that the next 2 schools will be in the area of sustainability and energy transitions. So thank you once again. Thank you for making me a part of this.
Thank you, Professor Karandikar, for enlightening us with your thoughts and for sharing the remarkable initiatives being undertaken under your leadership. Your vision for advancing science and technology in India is truly commendable. Thank you, sir. It is now my privilege to introduce our guest of honor, Dr. Rajesh S. Gokhale, Honorable Secretary, Department of Biotechnology, Government of India. Dr. Gokhale has previously served as the Director of CSIR Institute of Genomics and Integrative Biology and held faculty position at the National Institute of Immunology. Trained at the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore and Stanford University, Dr. Gokhale has made pioneering contributions to the understanding of metabolic pathways involved in human diseases. For his significant research contributions, he has also been awarded with the prestigious Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Award. I would like to invite Dr. Rajesh S. Gokhale for his address as the guest of honor today. Sir, please.
Namaskar and a very good morning to all of you. Mr. Rahul Mehta, Professor Abhay Karandikar, my colleague and secretary at Department of Science and Technology, Dr. Suhas Joshi, various deans and heads of IIT Indore actually who just preceded this talk, Professor Shankar, Professor Shankar Subramaniam, Professor Anant Grama, Professor Das, Professor Jalhali, and I just met Professor Gupta, Rajesh Gupta, I cannot forget his name obviously, and all the eminent guests here, ladies and gentlemen. It's such a wonderful occasion to be here, but first of all for inviting me to participate in this meeting actually. The first letter when I got, it said for the singing ceremony of MoU actually, as the first letter came. And I thought IIT Indore was coming with Band Baja Bharat actually to Delhi. And I think it is a real occasion of Band Baja Bharat that really came to, we should celebrate these successes. Of course, because of Rahul's and IIT Indore team coming up together. And I think this is a fantastic occasion really to for the successful signing of MoU actually. I mean, MoU is not only putting ink on the paper, I believe. I think it's about intent, it's about, commitment, it's about trying to do things beyond, and also innovation actually, perspective. And I think I also believe that the commitment for integrity as well actually. I think there are all sorts of these parameters that gets embedded within this MoUs actually. And I think that's why there are significant milestones in the journey of institutions. And I would congratulate IIT Indore, Professor Suhas Joshi for this fantastic achievement, actually, what we have done. I think I had a very recently visited IIT Indore for their convocation and seen fantastic things going around there. Of course, an ambitious campus and fantastic places, what amazing things that all IITs are doing clearly. I've been to IIT Guwahati as well and was a privilege to see the BSP department actually. It's amazing to see the biological ecosystem growing actually at IITs. And I think that's where, because it's really the merger of engineering and biology that is going to advance the future of our world. And I think that is what is fantastic to really see. In fact, I can tell you that, one of my early times, I was the second batch for doing my master's at IIT Bombay when the biotechnology course started actually. And, so that was the early beginning of biology. It was a bioscience department there. And I was first, second batch, and it was the whole department. Chemistry used to be teaching biology at that time. And I thought I learned more chemistry than biology there. But it was, I think, quite fascinating to see how IIT is gearing up towards that vision of achieving biotechnology. And now it's almost 25 years since then that I was in these institutions, and you can see there's a vibrant ecosystem in all IITs for biotech to do. And I think that's convergence is really making amazing things happen. I would like to, say a couple of things about Rahul Mehta. Actually, I mean, I had privilege of meeting him through Shankar, and Shankar, I've known him for now a couple of decades. Actually, he's been one of my mentor. When I started my career, Department of Biotechnology used to have an overseas SAC, and that's where I met him in this overseas SAC. And I think we had a lot of long discussions during that time on how to set up my lab and other things. And I think thank you very much for all the guidance that you've given me. And I met Rahul actually through him. And I thought it was rather interesting to meet him. I think he's a man of not many words, actually. But he's got very, very decisive vision for things. And I must say, it's always wonderful to really interact with you. I think I've known him only for the last 4 or 5 years. We have to start pulling him from IITs into Department of Biotechnology initiatives right now. He's been saying this. He's been saying he's given me an open invitation to do things. It's just that, I've been also very careful because the commitment, as I said, should come from the highest levels actually. And I think any new achievements that you try to conceive from these times, I think it should be backed up by good agendas and good outcomes, because that's what will create and perpetuate the ecosystem of what we are all looking forward here actually. I think as Secretary DST said, there are amazing things going on in the country in the science and technology ecosystem. I think I don't need to tell this gathering, but never before in any parameters of science and technology, India was doing better than what it was in the past actually. You can take any quantitative parameters from perspective to look at. And obviously a lot of credit goes to the government that incentivizing various schemes, various policies, clear-cut guidance, and of course the S&T is becoming a very, very central player in the government's ecosystem as well. I think as Dr. Abhay Karandikar just mentioned, actually he's been pushing this agenda of RDI scheme a lot actually, and I think that will enable the ecosystem in the companies to do an R&D ecosystem, which is quite not really existing. It's there, but it's not in the company's R&D ecosystem is still fairly weak actually. And those ones are the kind of things that will lead to translational of activities, because academics have started to do well. The confidence between the academics and industry is starting to grow. The startup ecosystem is growing like a very fast pace, but you need to absorb the startup ecosystem into the product market as well actually. That does require innovations in the level of industrial systems actually. And just to tell you a little bit about Department of Biotechnology, of course many of you know it quite well, but I think over the years, Department of Biotechnology has been largely in capacity and capability building actually, and have set up various institutions all across the country. The state-of-the-art institutions, I can tell you, you go to any place in the world, whether it's Harvard or MIT or Stanford, the labs that we have are at the forefront of all technological, cutting-edge technological sectors. What DBT also did well was to set up an industrial arm called BIRAC actually, which is a Section 8 PSU company, has opened about 100 bioincubators, including in several IITs right now. And there are close to 4,000 companies that are indirectly connected with them, That provides an enormous innovation ecosystem, which is actually quite very, very compelling to say that this can be the forward push that country requires to be able to do this actually. At the same time, government has come up with policies like BioE3 policy, which is biotechnology for economy, environment and employment. A very forward-looking policy to commit that scientific and the innovation ecosystem has to be grown through a sustainable and the resilient model of life. And I think the biomanufacturing has been identified as a key component of our innovation ecosystem to function. And you can imagine the biology now, which was once upon a time, looked up as a lab, small, you can only see under microscopes and under the lenses of activities. It's amazing that it's the industrialization of biology is likely to be the future of our world actually. And this industrialization of biology is going to be completely transformative, because it's one of the most efficient systems, not the efficient system, but one of the most efficient systems, and it can recycle the waste, recycle the various ingredients within itself in situ, such that it can really change the whole entire ecosystem, I think. I think I again end my talk by saying that the future is imagined and engineered together makes really an impactful journey. And that's where the sciences and engineering coming together actually is going to be very, very important journey ahead. I once again congratulate Mehta Foundation and IITs for taking up this tremendous initiative. Of course, you are the leaders, and I think I wish you all the very best. Thank you again.
Thank you, Dr. Gokhale, for offering us a thoughtful glimpse into the emerging frontiers of research in biosciences, biomedical engineering, and biotechnology. We truly value your vision of shaping the future of biotechnology education in India. Thank you. Now, moving forward, I would like to call Professor Devendra Jalihal, Director IIT Guwahati, to share his experience regarding the setup of Mehta Family School. Sir, please.
Welcome to this ever-expanding family of Mehta family. It today includes 6 institutes and 8 schools, right? I think collectively I was just counting 400 undergraduate students every year, equal number of graduate students every year, and 200 to 200 faculty. So this expanding vision that all of us share, nurtured by Rahul ji, is fantastic. I mean, our course, let me take the focus away from Indore. Please pardon me if I talk about IIT Guwahati. After I joined, we had a wonderful Bhumi Pujan in the first week of December for the Mehta family schools at IIT Guwahati, where, the entire family was here, Shankar, Rajesh, Anand, Naveen, Sarah, everybody was there. That we just launched our first undergraduate program in health science. The data science, of course, started 4 years ago, and the first batch graduated now. So this batch, I met them yesterday. The course curriculum was, of course, designed by the experts, and we have active collaboration with AIIMS Guwahati, NIPER Guwahati. The idea is to get into medical devices and drug discovery, right? And so those are the focus areas. And after I go back tomorrow, we have plans of taking all our students, the fresh batch of 20 students, to AIIMS Guwahati and have an interaction with the faculty there. So I, request all of you to visit IIT Guwahati also. I think I congratulate Rahul ji for this expanding family. I think this family, I hope, will not see family planning, and okay. And so I really congratulate IIT Indore for coming up with this new program on sustainability, and of course, this sustainability also grows. So thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your experience. This brings us to a defining moment in today's ceremony, the formal signing and exchange of the Memorandum of Understanding between Indian Institute of Technology Indore and the Bhupat and Jyoti Mehta Family Foundation. This agreement lays the foundation for a transformative academic collaboration aimed at advancing education and research in the vital areas of sustainability and biosciences and biomedical engineering in India. Now, I would like to request Professor Suhas S. Joshi, Director IIT Indore, and Mr. Rahul Mehta, co-founder Mehta Family Foundation, to kindly come forward for the signing of the MoU for the establishment of the 2 new academic schools at IIT Indore. Sir, please. I also request Professor Preeti Sharma, Dr. Parimilkar, Professor Rajesh Gupta, Professor Shankar Subramaniam, Professor Anand Grama to be on stage while the signed MoU is being exchanged. Sir, please. Ma'am, please. As the signing and exchange of the MoU takes place, I request all dignitaries and members of the audience to join me in a heartfelt round of applause to celebrate this momentous partnership between IIT Indore and Mehta Family Foundation. I would like to take a moment to share that under the leadership of Professor Suhas Joshi, the faculty teams working in the areas of sustainability, bioscience, and biomedical engineering have engaged in several rounds of deliberation and collaborative planning over the past 1.5 years. What we witness today is the outcome of those sustained and thoughtful efforts, a vision now taking shape through this formal agreement. We are sincerely grateful to Professor Suhas Joshi and Mr. Rahul Mehta for taking this initiative and bringing it to this landmark moment today. We look forward to a long and fruitful association between these institutions. Thank you, Professor Joshi. Thank you, Mr. Mehta. Now I would like to call upon stage Professor Gobardhan Das, Director, IISER Bhopal. Sir, please.
Oh, yeah, so good morning to you all, and I didn't know really I have to talk something. On the stage, Professor Suhas Joshi and Professor Rajesh Gokhale, my longtime friend, but although oftentimes he disowns me, and Professor Abhay Karandekar and Rahul Mehta ji, and distinguished guests, esteemed faculties, and the staffs. Today, I think it's a wonderful occasion, and I was talking to Rahul ji right now. I think Rahul ji is probably one of the rarest philanthropists, probably as in India, as you know, philanthropists are very rare, and he is the one which is probably, he knows what to do, how to bring this country, and he's looking at these points. And last couple of months back, I visited his office in Houston, Texas. After meeting him, what I realized is he has the very, very clear vision, what he actually needs, how every penny should be utilized in a manner where you can get something. Get something is not in terms of benefit, but in terms of progressing the country. Although he has a long route in the country, but still, what he said, he doesn't have much of extended families in India, but he's still doing for the progress of this country. What country needs at this moment, as we see, this is if you go out on the street, you will see this is every rickshaw puller has a cell phone. Every vegetable vendor has a cell phone, and the highest number of UPI transaction happens in India. That is the rate that probably India is growing. Now, what India right at this moment we need it. Of course, Professor Abhay Karandekar will tell you what are the things we really need and what the government is focusing on. Was the priority? The priority, the number one, of course, the sustainable energy, green energy. What we need is the drone technology. What we need is a quantum technology, semiconductor, and the critical mineral, and probably the medical technologies. So we are lagging behind, but we are not lagging behind. We are progressing in an exponential rate, and the philanthropists like the rarest philanthropists like Rahul Mehta ji, which is helping us growing, and the country is growing under the right leadership, and the leaders are sitting here. And I'm really thankful for IIT Indore, Professor Joshi and the family. They invited me for here, and of course sharing the dais. And I must congratulate the IIT Indore for setting up such wonderful centers. And I must thank Professor Rahul Mehta ji for donating in widely. But one thing I definitely will bring the issue, oftentimes the people, they keep on talking about the IITs. Yes, IITs are Indian Institute of Technologies. They are the one, probably the father of technology. They are doing right thing. Yes, indeed. And they produce quality human resources. That's also very true. However, and the institutions like ICES are also growing, and they also have the focus in science. Another thing I will mention, without basic science, nothing can be translated. If you think about the 28th April, the solar eclipse in 1919, unless that eclipse would have happened, Einstein would not have been that famous. But think about it, the basic science, how basic science can translate to the technology and translation. So that is what the technology, of course, indeed, but basic science should not be ignored. And thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, sir. Following the signing and exchange of the MoU between IIT Indore and Mehta Family Foundation, it is now a privilege to hear from the visionary behind this collaboration. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce Mr. Rahul Mehta, co-founder, Mehta Family Foundation. Mr. Rahul Mehta, along with his siblings, established the Mehta Family Foundation in honor of their parents. A successful technology entrepreneur with academic roots at Stanford University and the Wharton School, has dedicated himself to strategic philanthropy, supporting transformative initiatives in science, technology, and education. Guided by the belief that education is the cornerstone of lasting progress, the Foundation has established 6 pioneering academic institutions across India. The first being the Bhupat and Jyoti Mehta School of Biosciences at IIT Madras in 2004, the Mehta Family School of Data Science and Artificial Intelligence at IIT Guwahati was established in 2020. In 2021, the Mehta Family School of Data Science and Artificial Intelligence was established at IIT Roorkee. The Jyoti and Bhupat Mehta School of Health Sciences and Technology was established at IIT Guwahati in 2022. The Mehta Family Center for Engineering in Medicine at IIT Kanpur was established in 2023. And last year, in 2024, the Mehta Family School of Data Science and Artificial Intelligence was established at IIT Palakkad. We are honored to invite Mr. Rahul Mehta to share with us the inspiration that drives him, commitment to higher education and research in India. What brings him to institutions such as IITs, and how does he aims to contribute to this transformative and magnanimous vision? Sir, please.
Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you, Abhay, for coming. Thank you, Rajesh. Of course, my deepest thanks to Suhash for this whole evening. Thank you, Jalyaji, for coming, Govardhan Das for coming. And let me also thank all the, of course, Shankar coming from all the way from San Diego, and Rajesh, both of them are from San Diego, Anand from Purdue, my entire team, Sarah, Kriti, Naveen. I think, well, again, I think it's a great, you can see that I'm very happy, right? I think it's a very, it's a very joyous occasion, I think. First of all, let me start 2 ways. First, let me tell you what I believe is that countries that create intellectual capital translate into economic prosperity. I think that is a fundamental vision that drives us every single day. The question is, what kind of intellectual capital? In some ways, you can say intellectual capital, you can translate that into manpower resources. There are different words to say, but ultimately what we are talking about is creating a new generation of talent, right, that is going to drive economic prosperity. And that's what every day I get up, and that's what I want to focus on. That's what's kind of the core mission with which I work. The second thing in the journey that I have been very fortunate to have is what I call as my gurus. The 3 gurus that have helped me in my journey: Shankar, Anand and Rajesh. They are always there with me in this journey. I could not do this journey without them. Every single, and I value them so much. I think without their guidance, without their support, their encouragement, it's a lonely journey a lot of times, but it is with their help that makes this thing possible. A lot of times everybody gives me credit, but I can honestly tell you, at the end of the day, the real credit should go to them. I don't know how to express to people that without their wisdom, without their knowledge, I'm not sure that anything that I could have done would ever have achieved any success. And so, it's really so much credit goes to them. I don't even have the words to express, how much they mean to me in my life. I overwhelmingly, honestly feel like they are my friends. They are my, like I said, gurus that drive me every single day to do the right things for what we want to achieve in life. So that's, anyway, I want to give them the credit, right? So I also want to thank, Abhay and Rajesh. I think they also have been great supporters. Every time I come to Delhi, and of course, since Abhay has been to my home since 2018, I think, we formed a special bond, right? That, I sometimes cannot, that initial thing that he came at home, and I really believe that sometimes is the transformative thing. When people visit us in Houston, and we get to take the time to see us as who we are, rather than just a check writer, I think it fundamentally changes the dynamics of the relationship. And that, he was there very supportive when he was the director at IIT Kanpur, but now not only that, but he comes, whenever I come to Delhi, he gives me a warm welcome. And we of course have a lot of discussions on what is good for India, what kind of things we should be doing for India. And I really want to thank Abhay for, being a great friend, mentor, and a supporter of the foundation in India. I think similarly Rajesh, or clearly Rajesh and I know Rajesh through Shankar, but again the same thing. Luckily we've had the great opportunity to meet Rajesh, his wife, Asima, great people, right? We love having the dinner with them. It is always an interesting evening to understand and spend time with them on a one-on-one basis, and that really helps me, also gives me a lot of what I call as confidence, support, that we need to do things in India. So I really want to thank you, Rajesh, for all the things that you do for me. As far as, IIT Indore, right? The journey with IIT Indore, my relationship with Suhas goes a long way. When Suhas was at IIT Bombay, we have had a long journey. Okay. And I've kind of known Suhas, so one day I was actually surprised when I got a call from Suhas saying that he's now a director at IIT Indore and that he would like to figure out how we can work together at the partnership. And again, I think that to me becomes like I said, becomes an easy choice when you have somebody who comes to your home, you establish a relationship, and that becomes kind of your fundamental basis for doing things together. There's a trust established when you can have that kind of relationship. And it is that trust that, you have so many miscommunications, and especially both cultural, also distance, And these journeys are not easy, right? We talk about an 18-month journey. It has lots of ups and downs, a lot of work on everybody's part. And it is that work that, but we want to achieve something. We've never been the people who just wanted to write a check, put a name on the thing. The goal was that we always want to add value. In the value, like Rajesh was saying to me in the morning, that what the foundation does is, there are many people who can, for example, in Silicon Valley, there are many people who can write a check, but there are only few people who can actually add such a value to the growth of a startup or the growth of this thing that make a difference. So even if you take the history of Google, history of Microsoft, history of everything else, it is not the money that made the difference, it is the mentorship those people received that made the difference. And in this particular case, all of us, right, Shankar, Rajesh, Anand, myself, we work together to have that kind of value add to the institutions that we support. And we want to create that kind of value, because we just don't want to be a check writer. We want to do the value. But you also need somebody who is willing to receive on the other end. Because what we find, right, that not necessarily all of them are equal good receivers. And I think, to me, that having that trust with Suhas, we knew, right, that this was going to be something that would be a long journey, but at least we both could understand each other to create something more valuable than that would have been possible. So I really give Suhas great credit for having the faith and trust in creating the School of Sustainability. He could have said, no, nobody has done it in India. We don't want to do it. And without Suhas's support, it would not have been happening. And then obviously Suhas brought in Preeti, who has really carried the torch inside IIT Indore. I give a lot of credit to Preeti. Preeti has been amazing. Coming from a background in economics, and her passion towards sustainability was very inspiring to see. I think that my sustainability journey started when I went to Stanford. And the first course I took at Stanford was on climate and society. And I realized how ignorant I was, right? The second course I took was energy systems. And again, I realized, wow, where in the world? And I thought I was a very good reader. I read a lot, but nothing prepared me for having that kind of knowledge. And of course, I ended up taking a lot more courses, a lot more things. And that's when I realized that we have to do this for the Indian students. And that was my mission. Since 2021, I've been trying to get somebody in India to believe in creating a school of sustainability. And it has taken us 5 years, but I'm so happy to have Suhas and Preeti believe in creating such a school, and that now we will be able to offer something to the young graduates in India to understand what sustainability means and why it is so important to India, so it is important to the world. I think it's, hopefully we can now use this as a platform to have more institutions in India offer that knowledge and kind of a new way, new journey besides computer science for the future, right? And I think, to me, this is a challenge that we have going forward, is how do we fundamentally convince the Indian youth that there is a bigger future than in doing sustainability, or as good a future in doing sustainability as any other field that they are facing right now. And so this is a long journey for us, but we are perfectly ready for that challenge. We'll continue to do that with the help of Suhas, Preeti, and the entire team at IIT Indore. I think the second thing, obviously, we were going to do was also bio, and I give full 100% credit to Shankar for that. I think Shankar, coming from the world of bio, has got such a passion for bio that he really wants to educate more and more students in India on bio. He has got so much wisdom that the moment we have any kind of a discussion on bio, he gets very excited. He spends hours and hours. He must have spent how many weekends, I have no idea, with Parimal, who was willing to take Shankar's idea, convert it into a curriculum. Parimal and Shankar probably must have spent over 20, 30 hours just on designing the curriculum for the school. And of course, the rest of the team at IIT Indore, they were all very supportive of creating these new programs at IIT Indore in bio. And so that's the reason why we're going to have the BTech program in bio that the school department never had. And so anyway, I think this is also part of the journey. So again, I want to thank Parimal and the rest of the IIT, the Bioscience, Bioengineering faculty. Right. So without them, right, this would not have been possible. They are all very accomplished. They have, how can I say, they are really going to have to, they're going to have be able to do a lot of things in this thing. So hopefully Shankar, Parimal will create a whole new generation of graduates that will help, DBT in achieving its mission. Okay. So, and then of course I want to also thank Jalyal ji for coming. He has been a great supporter for us at IIT Guwahati. We did a lot of things. Of course, I cannot, from IIT Guwahati, I have to thank Ratnajit. Ratnajit has been phenomenal. He has been with us since beginning. Ratnajit was the first person we had talked during the pandemic at IIT Guwahati. He has really done a great job of the vision of driving the School of Data Science and AI. And then, of course, Jalyal ji has come over and given us a lot of support. So I really thank Jalyal ji. And of course, Govardhan Das was there for my home not too long ago. I think, again, these are the kind of ecosystem that makes what we want to do in this country possible. And I really think that without all these people's help, we would not be here where we are here today. Of course, and then I want to add a few more people who are there on my team. Naveen runs the India here. Sarah, who is with me from Houston, she has been for a long time with me. Preeti just joined, but I think these are the kind of people that actually do all the real work. I get all the credit to come and stand here, but at the end of the day, I think they are the people who really make a difference in my lives. And without them, none of these people, all this thing is possible. So again, I want to thank you all for coming. Thank you guys for coming and helping us, giving us your blessings. It really means a lot to us. And thank you for everything you guys do. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an inspiring address and for sharing the vision that continues to shape transformative academic collaboration across institutions in India. We are deeply grateful for your commitment and generosity, which has led to this important moment today. Now it's time to thank our esteemed dignitaries with a memento as an appreciation and respect. Now I would like to request Professor Joshi to please felicitate Professor Abhay Karandikar, Honorable Secretary, DST, Government of India. I request everyone to please applaud. Next, I request Dr. Rajesh S. Gokhale, Honorable Secretary, Department of Biotechnology, Government of India. Next, Mr. Rahul Mehta, co-founder of Mehta Family Foundation. Professor Devendra Jalihal, Director IIT Guwahati. Sir, please. And Professor Govardhan Das, Director IISER Bhopal. Sir, please. Thank you so much, Professor Joshi. As we move towards the conclusion of this memorable ceremony, it is important to acknowledge that no program of this scale comes together without the dedication and efforts of many individuals behind the scenes. To formally extend our gratitude to all those who made today's event possible, I would like to request Mr. Siba Prasad Hota, Registrar IIT Indore, to deliver the vote of thanks. Sir, please.
Thank you, Mr. Jim. Namaskar. First of all, I would like to extend my sincere congratulations to everyone here for being part of this momentous journey. Thank you, everyone, for being here. To start with, I would like to humbly express my sincere gratitude and thanks to Professor Abhay Karandikar, Secretary DST, Government of India, for being here. Sir, you have addressed the gathering with your encouraging thoughts on the transformative policies and government initiatives. Thank you very much, sir, for your leadership. I would also extend my sincere thanks to Professor Rajesh Gokhale, Secretary, Department of Biotechnology, for sharing his thoughts on the biotech environment, biotechnology policy, and who else can be better than you, sir, on guiding us on bioscience and technology and government initiative and schemes. Thank you very much, sir. My sincere gratitude goes to Rahulji for being the central pillar of the entire program. Thank you very much, sir. I extend my sincere thanks to you for many reasons. One of that is for visiting us to our campus with your team. Thank you very much, sir. We value your visit on behalf of the institute, its students, and the community member. We express our sincere gratitude and thanks. Today you spoke about intellectual capital of India, which was the inspiring thought. And I'm sure on behalf of the institute, I dare to assure you that we will stand on the promises made. Thank you for being part of everything. Thank you, sir. My sincere thank goes to Professor Devendra for being here, sir, for guiding us. You are part of this journey, and I'm sure we'll continue together. Thank you very much, sir. Professor Govardhan Das, Director, sir, from ISR Bhopal. He has come all the way. I think there were some last-minute changes also in the hectic journey you have joined us, sir. Thank you very much for sharing your thought. Science and technology goes together. Thank you very much, sir. My sincere thank goes to three great pillars Rahulji has mentioned. So, Professor Anant, Professor Sankar, and Professor Rajesh. Thank you very much, sir. As Rahulji has mentioned, you people as the guru will continue to take inspiration and guidance from you. Thank you. My sincere congratulations and thanks to Professor Preeti Sharma, Professor Kiran Bala for being the first faculty members of this school, and Professor Parimal and his entire team. Congratulations, both School of Biosciences and School of Sustainability. Thank you, professors, for being here. I thank all my professors, deans, and the students who are joining online this program. Thank you very much, sir. My special thanks to Team Rahulji. The team of Mehta Foundation has visited us, and the entire team individually I would like to thank everybody for being with us. Naveenji, to whom I used to travel for last more than a year, and we are in continuous touch for various programs and nitty-gritties. Thank you, Naveenji. Thank you, Ms. Sara, and thank you, Kritika. Thank you, everyone from team to visit us, and I'm sure you will continue. My sincere thanks to Ministry of Education, because since the Parliament is in session, Honorable Minister has not been able to come, but he has expressed his inability to join, but also sent his sincere best wishes for success of this MoU. Thank you, sir. The ministry team could not join us, but Dr. Binit Joshi has also sent his message for successful completion of this MoU. So I thank everybody. In fact, ministry team is here to support us in Delhi. My sincere thank goes to another gentleman who has booked this on behalf of DST. Sir, thank you very much, sir. for permitting us. Dr. Seth has helped us, so I thank everybody here. My sincere thanks to media people being in Delhi and also in Indore who have joined us online. To make this momentous journey happening, my entire team is here for last 3 days, so I express every sense of gratitude to entire team. My sincere apologies to those whose name I have missed out. Thank you very much, and I request you everyone to join for a cup of tea. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Mr. Hota, for your thoughtful words. We extend our sincere thanks to all the dignitaries on the dais for their presence, support, and inspiring contributions. We are equally grateful to each one of you joining us in today's celebration. Before we continue with the next session, I would like to invite you all to join us for high tea. I request all dignitaries to reassemble for a press meet after the high tea and for sharing of experiences. Thank you.
Can you guys Preeti and can you all come? Can we all take a group picture? Yeah. Hey, Sarah, Preeti, can you take a picture of all of us?
Please.
Come on. Come on.
You can have. Please.
Come on inside. Come on.
Maybe. All right. Thank you, guys.
You can give it. You'll put it in.
Yeah. Oh, right. Leave now, and I'll call you back if I have to leave. Just sure,
You want to
Yes, we met very briefly, but never met in person.